It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler.
Hey guys, Tyler here. For this video, I'll be responding to a video that was done by the BBC about white privilege. This is directly from the page. What is white privilege? We asked John Amaechi, psychiatrist, best-selling author, and former NBA player, to explain it to us. So, without further hesitation, let's watch the video and respond to the different points.
There's a good chance as a white person watching this, your life is already hard. Every day you have to overcome some difficulty or challenge just to get by, but you can still have white privilege. White privilege doesn't mean you haven't worked hard or you don't deserve the success you've had. It doesn't mean that your life isn't hard or that you've never suffered. It simply means that your skin color has not been the cause of your hardship or suffering. There is nothing but a benefit to understanding our own privileges, white and otherwise. It brings us closer to those who are different. It helps us be vigilant about the ways we treat others different than us. It helps us make a society that is fairer and more equal. Having white privilege doesn't make your life easy, but understanding it can help you realize why some people's lives are harder than they should be.
Before I get into the data and specifics about this whole entire claim about white privilege, I first want to state that the inhabitants of Great Britain have been there for at least thousands upon thousands of years throughout its history, and of course they came together after many different years and stuff like that. And so naturally, of course, the natives of any sort of territory or land would have some sort of upper advantage in comparison to the immigrants that go to those sort of lands. For example, the people who probably, go to China, they might be like a minority of people, and of course the Chinese are the majority of the population, and so that means that the Chinese, in terms of the culture, in terms of course, using the language that they have, and these other sort of aspects, make it so that, of course, it's actually harder for people who are outside of that group to integrate into society. It's probably the same thing for United Kingdom too, because sometimes the immigrants who probably come inside that country had to adjust to the way of language, the way of the culture, the customs, the traditions, and so on. And so naturally, any given person born in some sort of land and where they, of course, are accustomed to the culture, the language, and so on, have a higher advantage in comparison to anything else. And of course, naturally, when somebody goes to like an outside countries, of course, they might feel less beneficial in comparison to the natives. It's very curious that he claims that white people don't have to face some sort of hardships based entirely on their skin color, yet the organization that promotes this video openly discriminated against white people. Quote, "The BBC bans white people from applying for an 18,000 quid training job on Spring Watch and The One Show. The BBC has sparked a discrimination row after only allowing people from ethnic minorities to apply for a training position. The broadcaster is advertising a one-year £17,810 training production management assistant role with its Science Union and Glasgow, but the position is only open to Black, Asian, and ethnically diverse candidates." Positive discrimination, I love that phrasing right here. Positive discrimination is unlawful under the Equality Act of 2010, but positive action is allowed for training and internship roles in areas in where there is underrepresentation. Last night, the BBC would not disclose how many training roles are similarly advertised, but a spokesman said that the BBC is welcoming, inclusive organization committed to representing and reflecting our audiences. We support a scheme organized by Creative Assets, an independent organization dedicated to increasing diversity in the creative industries, which provides development roles fully and within the Equality Act. Also, as an outsider just judging the news from Great Britain, it appears as though that the whole entire rape epidemic against young girls is really bad among Muslim gangs, because according to the news, from what I've seen so far from footage and the articles that I read, that essentially that there are Muslim rape gangs that go after girls, and obviously the police officers won't do a damn thing because they were afraid that they were accused of being racist. Now tell me this, how are white British girls privileged for being white and being a woman when they themselves are likely to get raped by those Muslim gangs if they were to go to those sort of places? Tell me that. Also in Scotland, a university actually banned white people from asking questions at an anti-racist discussion. Fighting racism with more racism, ironically enough. Also, let's take a look at the data. Now, according to the official statistics, it reads out loud that white Britons who are male have a higher chance of suicide in comparison to the rest of the population. And not just that though, but they also are less likely to go to universities in comparison to their female colleagues. So let's recap, shall we? White people are being discriminated by their skin color literally by the BBC and at universities based entirely of their skin color. They are being denied access to police because my racism from the Muslim gangs. They of course are also facing large number of suicides and really bad education. Yet for some strange reason, they are facing this type of white privilege in British society. When in reality, this guy in this video probably makes more money alone than the whole entire working class of white people within Great Britain. That to me is just hilarious. But what do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.
It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. He's your only black friend, so he's your best black friend. I wouldn't trade him for another black friend, because black friends are rare, as you should be aware. He smiles like Richard Pryor, so just sit and stare. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler.